When black women want to become somebody in the professional world, they can achieve it. But now when it comes to getting into relationships, they're not putting that same effort and energy as they are into the other things. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fair Yeast. And today, I will be responding to a sister out of the great state of Oklahoma. And her particular video is 28 and waiting on God, and she still can't get a man. So let's get into the video.
You read the title, and today we're talking about waiting on God. How we are handling ourselves in these periods where we're waiting on God and His promises. I had to do some deep reflection because for maybe about a year, I really have been upset with God. Let's be real. Like, He's my father, right? And in the natural, I get upset with my dad sometimes. So it's okay, right, to be upset with God, because He's our father. If you have that relationship, then He already knows what's going on. So I was upset with God because I'm like, Lord, at the age of 16, you told me to wait on you and that I would
How do you know that was God? Like, why do you niggas always have to say, excuse my French, God told you at 16 to wait? What's this proof? Just wait and do what? This is the problem with the black church and the Christian church and the black church at large around the world, is this whole idea of waiting.
And that I would reap great rewards if I do so, that you would protect me, keep me.
Just think, look how asinine that sounds. If you wait, I'm gonna give you great rewards. But what do you have to do while you're waiting? I can tell you what she means by that. Nothing. I don't have to do nothing, and God is gonna just deliver whatever I want. No, you have to actively position yourself in life to do what you want to do. I don't care if you're a male or a female watching this. Everything is your own pursuit. Nobody gets anything by waiting, unless your father is rich and you're waiting for him to die to pass you everything. That's the only thing that works. Let's go.
And give me the desires of my heart, right? If I did this. And so on this journey, and fast forward, I'm 28 and still waiting, right? And I'm talking in the terms of loving husband, family. That's the thing that has been weighing on me the heaviest. Right?
So from 16 to 28, you've done nothing but wait on the Lord. Now, just think about, she's in Oklahoma, and it's a pretty nice state. She seems to have a University of Oklahoma hoodie on, which is the Oklahoma Sooners, very, very popular school in the state of Oklahoma. And then also everybody in the nation knows about the school because of the sports program. So imagine that you were trying to get into this university. Don't you have to do and take several steps, to get into the university? There's certain prerequisites you need to meet in your high school level or as a community college transfer. Sure. There are things actively that you have to do to pursue what you want. But when it comes to getting a man or a black man, you don't need to do anything. You just gotta wait, and God is gonna give you one because you are a queen. You're a woman, you deserve it. That's where this mentality comes from. She's not gonna express that, but that's where it comes from. I'm a black woman, I deserve everything. I don't need to put myself in any position to meet a man because God is going to deliver him to me. I don't have to do any competition. I don't do anything but just sit there and wait, and it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Because if it was a man saying that, y'all would be like, what do you mean you sitting here waiting for a woman? You ready to get your ass out there and work or build a business or work on yourself or work on your looks. That's what y'all will tell us, right? This doesn't make any sense, but let's get back into it.
Right? And I'm just like, what did I do all this for? Why? What's the point? And just frustrated and no faith in this area at all. And I had to first look at myself and say, are you really upset with God or the enemy, right? Because the enemy knows you. He knows what triggers you. He knows how to keep you in those cycles. And I believe that he used this desire of mine and covered it in, oh, God has failed you. God has forgotten about you. You shouldn't even try to do XYZ because he won't hear you anyway. When that is a complete lie. But he used my failures and my hopes and my desire as ammunition to keep me away from God, essentially. I'll do the bare minimum, but my relationship, I guess over the course of these past few months, especially in quarantine, hasn't been where it once was. And yesterday or this morning, I think it was this morning, it dawned on me that is what was happening. I wasn't really upset with God. It was the enemy's tricks. And
so the devil made you do it.
Oh my God!
Is that what happened? The devil. It is the devil that made you do it. That don't even make any sense.
Bruh.
So you're mad at God when God has given you the ability to have a mindset to go out and pursue whatever you want in this world. Because other people get out there in the world and they get out and they achieve things. Some people don't even have, they're handicapped and they're achieving things. They're in relationships, they're getting married. But because God, or what you thought was God, told you to wait, now you have a problem with God because you maybe misinterpreted the message. Now it's dawning on you that you didn't have a closer relationship with God. You can have a close relationship with God all you want, but if you are not actively pursuing what you want to pursue, you will not get it. I come from a holy roller family. My grandfather was a deacon. My father was a deacon. My grandmother was a minister of music. My mom was a minister of music at one point. Listen, but that doesn't mean because they're close to God, they're going to become an engineer. They have to go out and actively seek that knowledge to do it. If they want to be rich, it's a lot of people that's praying for God to be rich. I don't care how holy you are. If you don't study the stock market, if you don't study investing, if you don't know how to save money, you will never be rich. And you can be as close to God as you want. And if you are not preparing yourself to reach the right man, putting yourself in the right situations, improving yourself so that somebody can see you and notice you as a woman, you will still be single. You will have God though, but you're still gonna be single. God is not, this is not Jesus walking on water or turning water into wine here. This is called God gives you the strength to achieve what you want. It is up to you to go out there and do the rest.
And I was thinking, in every other area of my life, I always have the faith to call it so, to declare and decree that thing would happen. For example, I moved.
Play that back, Quasi. That's important.
In every other area of my life, I always have the faith to call it so, to declare and decree that thing would happen.
She says in every other area of her life, she can claim it. What does that mean? And this mindset is not unique to her in Black America. When Black women want to become somebody in the professional world, they can achieve it. If it's something that they're trying to do or achieve or buy a car or buy a house, they can do it. Why? Because they're putting their energy into those things. But now when it comes to getting into relationships, they're not putting that same effort and energy as they are into the other things, the education, the wealth building, maybe the business network and stuff like that. And I'm not a hater on that. But see, you can call those things and they become so because you're putting effort. You're not putting any effort into relationships, but you feel like because of all of the other great achievements you've done in your life, because of your college education, because of your work ethic, because of your professionalism, because of your ability to overcome adversity, that somehow that will put you in a position to where a man's going to notice you for those things. And some men may notice you for those things, but the majority of men are looking for things that you're not taking into account. I've been through those things many times in this channel, but let's get back into this.
I moved to Tulsa, didn't know anyone, I got a job within 2 weeks. My family helped pay for that, but my faith, right, my affirmations, and my confirmations that God was in this and was doing this for me on my behalf was there. I had no doubts. When it comes to the job, I got the job, and then I got another job, and I just remember how strong my faith was when it came to interviewing for that job. I was like, oh, I got that in the name of Jesus. Like, that job is mine. Like, it was confirmed that that was my job because my faith was there. When I think about the new car that I just bought, I was like, I had faith for that. But when it came to relationships, my mouth and the words that came from it were just the opposite of what I know to be true. If God can show up for me in all these other areas, I know for certain that he can show up for me in this area. So why is it when I think about relationships and family and having that part of my life, getting started on that part of my life, why is it that I have no faith in that area? And I had to really, really think about that. Every time it came to that, oh, these were my words. No man will ever want me. I'm going to be single forever. It's not happening. And so it's like, first, life and death, right, lies in the power of our tongues. And so I'm speaking against what the Lord is doing for me under the surface. And so that was one, but that was also rooted by the lies of the enemy. And so I just needed to refresh my mind and renew my thoughts and my thinking to grow stronger in my faith in this area. Now, one of the things that has helped me, and I literally just started it, is a Bible plan on the Bible app, and it's called...
Well, let me just say this, because I'm not going to really... I am a person that identifies with the Christian faith, but one of the things that I like about what she said was, obviously she had low self-esteem, which, I mean, there are men, you know, we're going to be honest here. There are some men, if we were to bring her here on the dating show, somebody would talk to her, for sure. She seems like a nice lady. So that's not maybe what's holding her back the most. The mindset, right? Let me tell you people this. Like we talk about, I have a show called Hit the Wall and Still Entitled, and you see these women with these nasty dating profiles, and they have this disposition, not all, but that disposition, and it literally turns people off, okay? Because you're not holding yourself in the space that you can even be available to meet somebody. Some women want a man and you're not like emotionally available. Same thing with men. We're not ready to be out there because we have too many problems or too many doubts. Nobody wants to be around that type of shit. Whatever problems I had with somebody else, let me just be first to say this. No woman deserves my previous issues that I had with somebody else. You have to have a positive thought process. It's just the way it is, right? And I think also, no matter what your beliefs are, what your weight is, height is, whatever, if you have a negative thought process, it's gonna kill you. I think a lot of ladies out here, whether they're good looking, average looking, whatever, their thought processes are just so negative. And what it does, for guys that will want to be around you, it's just like, oh man, like I don't want to deal with that. You have a little confidence, you're always complaining about something. You just, let me go over here and do something else. You see, because nobody wants to put up with that. But I'll leave the description, the link here. I think she's a nice sister. I believe that she's a little bit misguided in some of the things she's talking about and not taking the initiative Because in relationships, you have to compete. You have to compete. We compete for jobs, we compete for houses, we compete for cars. For black men or men in general, you gotta compete. Just like men have to compete for their wives. This is all competitive. And if you don't want to compete, you're gonna lose. So guys, check out our videos that first come to the top. I'm out. Peace.